Hey guys, this is Kevin. I recently bought this 2016 Diamondback hook, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about why I chose this bike in particular, and I want to show you guys around the bike, and I want to tell you a few of the upgrades and changes that I made to this bike to make it perform a little bit better and still stay in that budget category. So this here is my 2016 Diamondback hook. I got this bike because I was coming from a BMX background and I'm getting a little bit older. I'm 29 years old and I wasn't wanting to beat myself up as much just trying new tricks all the time. And so I wanted something that I could throw around a little bit. So this is one of the few budget bikes that you can get with what's called aggressive geometry. And that's where this top head tube is slack. So its angle is a little bit steeper than a traditional cross-country bike, which would come more across like that. And that's going to make it fine for riding on light trails and stuff like that, but it's going to make it a little bit more difficult to fling around and to maneuver when you're going down steep terrain. So I'm still a guy who likes adrenaline. I want to try things. I want to go off jumps, but I don't need to be, trying new tricks all the time where I'm going to be getting hurt. Another reason I got this bike is because this is kind of as close as you can get to a do-it-all bike as far as mountain biking goes. I did previously have a dirt jumping bike, which was great for dirt jumps, but it was horrible for trying to keep up with my friends on the trail. I also got more of a cross-country type bike, and that bike was pretty heavy, and the geometry of it didn't allow me to throw it around as much. So this is something that I can do both some light jumps on. I can take it down more aggressive trails, and I could do some types of cross-country riding on it as well. Now I wouldn't want to be competing on this bike in any of those categories, but I'm not going to be doing that anyway. I just want to be having some fun, being able to go out, ride with my friends, and get some good exercise, and have a bike that's going to be pretty good at all of that. So those were some reasons that I got this bike. So just to show you guys some of the features on this bike, you could obviously read about it online, but we do have a wider handlebars, which is really nice for giving you control. It's got the shorter stem, which is ideal for more aggressive riding. Like I said, it's got the aggressive geometry. It is a hardtail, which means it has front suspension but no rear suspension, which there's pros and cons to that. It's got 27.5-inch wheels. The bike came with a bent rear wheel, and I tried to true it up and I couldn't true it up. When I bought it used, the tires were worn out. It had Kenda tires. They were not tubeless ready, and I found a deal on some 2.2 Continental Trail Kings for about $22 a piece, and I had some people get them for me for Christmas. I had them set up tubeless at a shop, and I am excited to try those out. Haven't even tried them yet. Typically, I would want a little bit wider of a tire. Usually, a thinner tire, like anything less than a 2.2, is going to be great for cross-country riding. It's going to be a little bit faster, but it's not going to be as great for going over rough terrain. So in the future, if I can find a deal when I wear these out, I would like to get maybe some 2.4-inch tires. It came stock with this SR Suntour fork. It's 120 millimeters of travel. I believe the model is the XCM, but the previous owner had removed most of the stickers from it. It is a very entry-level fork, and it does the job, but it is very clunky. So when I go off jumps, the shock fully extends, and you can hear a nice gunk. So that's fun, but it works okay for that. The next upgrade to it would be to do an air fork, and that's probably going to be about $300. So I don't foresee myself doing that unless I really need to when this breaks. One of the things that I did choose to change on this bike was the seat post. This was a luxury, but I wanted a dropper seat post. So at the push of a button right here, I can change the height of my seat. So when you're going down a hill, you want it like that, especially when you're going over really rocky terrain with drop-offs and stuff like that. You want to be able to move your butt all around, and even bring it back over the rear tire and distribute your weight differently. And if your seat is in the way, then it's going to be blocking you and making it so you're unable to do that. And you definitely do not want to be sitting down while you're riding down a hill. And you most definitely do not want to go off a jump while you're sitting down on your seat. So you want that seat out of the way. That's going to allow you to maneuver a whole lot better. And that's something from my BMX background that is just second nature to me. Is in BMX, you keep your seat all the way down 100% of the time. You basically never sit on it unless you're just hanging out somewhere. Bringing it down here to the pedals, these are the stock Diamondback flat pedals without removable pins. This is one of the things I love. It's the 1x drivetrain. On this model, the Diamondback Hook, it comes with a 1x8 drivetrain. This comes with mechanical cable disc brakes, rear as well as in the front, and they are sufficient. They're not bad. So these brake levers are something that are not stock. The previous owner had bought these shorter brake levers. I believe they're intended for one finger use. So, they're pretty nice brake levers. Overall, I highly recommend this bike. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next video where I hope to share a little bit more about the story behind what happened in purchasing this Diamondback hook. Thanks guys, have a great day.